When I encounter artwork that has a figure in it, when their eyes are open and they're looking at you or looking into the world, to me, it's very much about who that individual is. But when the figures have their eyes closed, it's, to me, more about an internal reflection and maybe can be more about you, not necessarily about the figure as a unique individual. And they're looking inside. They're not necessarily looking out. Lately, I've been particularly interested in the idea of gymnastics, because that's something that I've been thinking a lot about as a mom. I feel like, as a mom with a full-time job and a full-time studio practice and a partner and kids, I feel like I'm consistently engaged in some form of mental gymnastics. And so my pieces lately have reflected that, figures standing on their heads while still balancing a vase. There's a lot of balance and there's a lot of tension. I think I play a lot with tension and the potential of things falling, but maybe being held just in the place where they may or may not fall. I've been thinking a lot about the romanticization of a lot of artistic practices, and how so many people are left out of some of those definitions of, an artist's life requires solitude. It requires a certain amount of torture, and there's so many people that get left out of that. And I think particularly as a mother, you don't have a solitary life, especially if you're, well, not especially, but in relation to my own life as a working mom, my studio practice comes in like bursts. So I don't go into my studio and have hours to reflect and question the decisions that I'm going to make that day. It's very impulsive, and I have to trust myself when I step in there. And I think that there's sometimes the way that we romanticize what a real artistic practice is, or where good art comes from, it gets it wrong. Because I think that a lot of really good art also comes out of simply trusting yourself and the decisions that you're going to make. And that can happen in 15 minutes, or it can happen in 6 hours. And it's also like, since becoming a mom, everything, like beauty holds so much pain too. Like beautiful things are really painful while also beautiful. And I think that's because there's a constant fear of the fleeting nature of things. I think that there's a good chance that my figures look like myself and my children and my partner. I think we all have you sculpt what you know, and I don't work from reference images or anything like that. And I learned by touching my own face how to sculpt a face. And so they certainly look like us. And they're about us, but they're not just about us.